And we're back here for Game 2 between Miami and Ohio. Some technical difficulties kept us off the air for the first few minutes of this one. We're coming to you a pretty favorable situation for the RedHawks, actually. 2 outs now in the top of the first inning as Casper Bauer, the 3-hitter in this Ohio order, swings through a fastball, actually fouls it back.
Yeah, good start to the game for the starting pitcher in this one. The junior, Kenton Egbert, comes into this game with a win-loss record of 0-2. He's only started 3 games prior to today. He's coming in with a 7.53 ERA. We were talking about it pregame. His season last year was much different than his season this year. He was much stronger on the mound through the season prior to this one. Struggled a little bit through his 9 appearances this season.
As he misses low with a breaking ball, and Egbert really was a lot better last year. He had a 1.51 ERA through not a ton of innings, but he did definitely enough to extrapolate, I would say. And if you look at his stats, the home run ball is really what's been eating him up this year as he throws one past Casper Bauer. He's given up 7 in 28 innings, so definitely too much. His walks and strikeouts are about where they were, though. And he's quickly got Casper Bauer on the ropes. It's 2-2 here. Comes the wind from the big righty, swings and fouls that one wide of third base, does Casper Bauer. And Egbert already running it up there here early in this one, hitting 91 on the gun with those fastballs. Hardest thrower we've seen today. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and grounded wide of third. Wide of first, rather. And we'll read you the Ohio lineup. It's pretty much the same as last game, but a little bit of a change. So Isaiah Peterson stays leading off. He's still in center field. A.J. Rauch bats second and right. Casper Bauer is batting third at third. Minzy bats fourth. He's the catcher today once again. Harbert in left bats fifth. Alex Finney, the lone new Bobcat in the lineup, is the DH batting sixth. As another one's fouled back by Casper Bauer. And Richardson bats seventh. Michael Richardson plays second base, bats seventh. Cale Baker at first, batting eighth once again. Xavier Hendages rounds out the lineup at short for the Bobcats.
Of course, Ohio only able to scratch across that 1 run in the first game, and that loss evened their record at 11-11 in the MAC this season. RedHawks able to pick up a victory which moved them to 13-16 in the MAC on the season, 18-24 overall.
Swung on and hit out towards second. Zapp moves over to his right, fields that one, throws on the run to first. An easy play for the RedHawks, and the Bobcats go 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. We'll be right back for the bottom of the first. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. And we're back for the bottom of the first inning rather, here between Ohio and Miami. Benji Brokmond once again leading it off for the RedHawks. We'll get you their lineup here shortly. Right after the first pitch comes in from that Ohio pitcher. That one's up high, and that's Hudson Bonecall on the mound for Ohio, the freshman righty. He's 1-2 on the year. Comes another one from him, swung on and missed by Brokmond. So the RedHawks line up just about how they did last game. Brokmond leads it off in right. McDonald bats second. He plays center. Cole Andrews behind the plate bats third. Parker Lester cleans it up at third base as Brokmond looks at another fastball there. David Novak bats fifth. He's the DH today. Brian Zapp batting sixth. He'll play second base. Stephen Krause in the 7-hole plays first. Willie Escala at short bats eighth. And Nick Neibauer rounds it out in left. There's a strikeout, though, for Benji Brokmond. Swings through an 89-mile-an-hour fastball.
Of course, Brokmond had that controversial non-hit-by pitch in that first game where he thought he got hit in the hand, but home plate umpire called him back and said that was a foul ball. And so he was unable to reach base there, and then starts off this game with a strikeout.
First pitch to McDonald, catches the outside corner.
McDonald had a nice game with that triple in the first inning, which ultimately turned into Miami's first run of the game.
As Bonecall misses the zone with a fastball. And Bonecall so far on the season, he's had a rough go of things. He's working quickly, though, as he fires a strike past Zach McDonald. So through 24 1/3 innings, he's given up 23 runs, 20 strikeouts, 15 walks. So definitely a victim of the free pass is Bonecall. RedHawks going to have to wait him out. Zach McDonald just chased a fastball, though. Fouled that one off, though. And that all goes into an ERA of 8.51 on the year for Bonecall.
Wildness can certainly be a little bit common for young pitchers, especially freshmen who don't necessarily have a ton of experience.
And that one's fouled into the Miami dugout. Sorry, go right ahead.
So that's clearly something that Hudson Bonecall has struggled with, is his control, which is what expected, as that one looked like it was right down the middle of the plate. But no strike call there, luckily for Zach McDonald, the freshman.
Bryce McCullough maybe doing a little Dom Umland impression there, getting the Ohio faithful angry at him, and Zach McDonald rips one into left field. That's going to fall in front of Harbert out there for a nice single to get things going for the RedHawks.
Yeah, good looking piece of hitting there from McDonald, as he got a break on the previous pitch, not getting that called strike, and then he just takes advantage by putting that one into left field with that hard hit single. And now Cole Andrews, who did most of the damage for the RedHawks in the last game, will have a chance to do some again with only one down in the bottom of the first.
And like you said, a nice job there by McDonald to take advantage of the extra opportunity given to him. We'd like to see the RedHawks do that a lot here today, as the first pitch to Andrews is a breaking ball that just catches the inside corner. Comes the 0-1 to Andrews. That one's inside. Andrews, a big slugger in the middle of this Miami order, hitting .302 on the year, 7 home runs, 40 RBIs so far on the season. Getting on base at a 38% clip, slugging up around .550, so he has a lot of power in that bat. Fouls one back. And he's taking some violent swings up there at these 90-mile-an-hour so fastballs out of the arm of Hudson Bonecall. Maybe looking to do some early damage here for the RedHawks.
And we're certainly seeing a lot more velocity from these two starting pitchers as opposed to the two earlier ones in Maxie and Jacob Tate.
Yeah, both these guys, like we said, running up around 90. We're already seeing the ball fly around the yard here at McKie, and maybe we'll see even more here with the ball coming in a little harder. Here comes the pitch. That one's down in the dirt. Nice job to hold off by Andrews.
Yeah, McDonald a little bit of a speed threat at first base for sure. 5 stolen bases and 5 attempts on the season. We saw how fast he is on that triple in game 1. So he's definitely a threat to possibly get going on the base paths, and Bonecall has given him a few looks.
And that one's ripped foul by Cole Andrews. He hit that one a long way, but just way foul.
Similar to the hit that David Novak had in the first game. Novak's a little bit closer to getting out of the ballpark. Andrews certainly turning on that pitch and sending it foul.
Here's a 2-2 to Andrews. Swung on and missed. Took a hack at a high breaking ball and swung right through it. So it'll be Parker Lester here tasked with trying to move Zach McDonald around the bases here with 2 outs.
And the breaking ball once again giving the RedHawks issues. That was their Achilles heel in the first game. Braxton Kelly really took advantage of the RedHawks' inability to stay on balance with his breaking ball, and another 78-mile-an-hour breaking ball there from the starter today, Hudson Bonecall. Gets the swing and miss from the RedHawks slugger.
Another breaking ball there, misses 71 miles an hour. And this might be something to watch all afternoon, as there's a big difference in velocity between those fastballs and the breaking balls off the arm of Bonecall. We saw, even with less of a difference, like we said, RedHawks have a little trouble last game. Bonecall finds the inside corner with a fastball. Quick throw over to first. McDonald in there safely. And would not be terribly surprised to see him on the move here with 2 outs. Another spin throw over to first. McDonald in, standing up.
Yeah, Bonecall is certainly showing him a lot of respect on the base paths. Not a real big lead from McDonald over there at first.
Yeah.
But still a concern.
That one's grounded over towards second, fielded out there by Richardson, and on to first for the easy out. So the RedHawks stay quiet there in the bottom of the first inning. We'll be right back with the top of the second. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. The big righty Ken Egbert still on the mound for the RedHawks here to start the top of the second inning. And it'll be the cleanup batter for Ohio, Mason Minzy, in.
And Minzy was hit by a pitch as well in the first.
So he takes a big swing and hits one hard out to right field, chasing back toward the wall is Brokemond. He's going to take a little bit of a funny route to this one, but he catches it on the warning track. You have to think the wind, which is blowing really hard out to left field right now, probably took that one, but Brokemond able to stay with it for the out.
Yeah, those left field winds look like they might have given Brokemond some trouble for sure. As you said, but a good job staying concentrated on that ball and ranging over to make the play.
And especially out in right field, Brokemond, a center fielder by trade, so a little bit of different angles out there. Great job to track that one down. And Egbert finds the outside corner with another strike. Egbert gets his sign, and here comes the pitch. Down low.
And Spencer Harbor, one of the big power threats in this lineup for the Bobcats, coming in with 9 home runs on the season.
Not someone to mess around with for Egbert as he misses down low with a breaking ball. And we said it last game, but really no rest in this Ohio lineup. Home run hitters up and down for the Bobcats. Egbert, beautiful pitch, catches the outside corner, 90 miles an hour on the fastball there. Here comes the payoff from Egbert. Just a bit outside.
That was a good looking pitch there from Egbert. Thought it might have caught the corner. Might have been a little bit up as well.
Yeah.
Egbert certainly taking his time on the mound as well, much like his counterpart in the first game, McKie.
And that's a strike. Beautiful pitch right down the middle. Froze him with a fastball, did Egbert.
And Harbor knew it. He was looking off speed there, it looked like, and he was walking out of the batter's box before that thing even hit the catcher's glove.
So a great job by Egbert to retire the dangerous Harbert. And now it will be Alex Finney who is getting his first at-bats of the series here for the Bobcats.
Yeah, he's the addition to the lineup from the first game, hitting .300 on the season coming into this game with 15 RBIs. He's got a couple runs scored as well with 9.
So no slouch with the bat. The next pitch to him is down low to bring the count to 2-0. Next pitch to Finney is roped and down in left field in front of Neibauer. He's going to field that and throw quickly onto the infield to hold Finney to a single, though. A nice piece of hitting from the Bobcat DH extends the top of the second inning.
Yeah, putting good metal on that pitch and sending it out into left field. That's a good job by Neibauer to range over and make that play to hold him to a single, but a good piece of hitting there by Finney. And now we'll see if Richardson, who had the home run in the first game, can replicate it and possibly drive in a couple runs for the Bobcats.
So 2 outs. Finney on first, Egbert on the mound. Comes the pitch to Richardson. That one's in the dirt. Nice job by Cole Andrews to stay in front of that one, keep Finney to first.
And that's such a tough play to make, especially those ones that bounce way out in front of the plate like that one did. Egbert losing a bit of control, but Andrews able to read that bounce well and keep that one in front of him.
Yeah, and especially on turf, that one almost bounced over the shoulder of Andrews there, but like you said, able to keep it on in front of him, and that one's served into right field in front of Benji Brokmont, rounding second and cruising into third is Finney. Oh, and we just had the umpire fall down. So runners on first and third, the umpire just fell down. He's in some pain on the field. I don't know what happened to him.
It looks like he might have his left leg or something, but that's a good piece of hitting there from Michael Richardson again, and that looked really similar off the bat to that play that he had in the first game, and Brokmont thought better of himself not to dive for it and cost another home run there, and he just fielded it off the bounce and held Richardson to a single. Probably the smart play.
Yeah, probably was a smart play, and I almost thought that Brokmont probably could have gotten to that one, but like you said, especially with Richardson on the bat, probably smart not to tempt fate there. From Brokmont, it looks like we're going to have a doctor go out on the field to talk to this umpire, and I don't know what happened to him. All of a sudden, he was just on the ground grabbing at his hamstring area on his left leg, and he's up now, looking calm and collected, talking to the trainer and the doctor. And his two partners don't look too terribly worried. And that's Bryce McCullough, the home plate umpire.
It's got to be frustrating for the starting pitcher, Egbert. Once you get into a rhythm, it's hard to kind of recover after. And We'll see. Possibly, maybe they'll have a replacement umpire coming into this one if they have an alternate waiting. Unless home plate umpire Bryce McCullough can continue in this one.
And wouldn't it be funny if they put Ullman back behind the plate?
I'm sure that would be much to the dismay of Red Hawk and Bobcat fans alike.
So the home plate umpire, Bryce McCullough, just entered the dugout. So I guess we'll take a quick break here. We'll be back hopefully pretty soon as we wait for Bryce McCullough and the umpires to get everything together. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. All right, we're back. Home plate umpire Bryce McCullough is back out on the field. He went into the dugout for 2 or 3 minutes, and apparently they decided he's all right to continue. I'm glad to see a little bit of a scary situation there.
He took a little bit of a spill down the third base line trying to get over to see the play at third.
He was grabbing it. I don't really even know where he was grabbing, but it looked like he was in a lot of pain, but he's good now. So 2 outs in the inning, runner on first, Kenton Egbert on the mound, Cale Baker at the plate. Still scoreless here from Oxford.
Baker was hitless in game 1, had a ground out and a fly out.
Here comes the 1-0 from Egbert, down low in the dirt. So Egbert having a little bit of trouble locating the strike zone after that delay. Comes a 2-0 pitch. That one's a strike. Swung through and missed by Cale Baker. Egbert took a little off that 188-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle.
Yeah, that was a good pitch there from Egbert. you really have to attack when you get down on the count like that 2-0, and he did that nicely, and Baker was not able to handle it.
Especially against the bottom of the order. Here comes another one. Fastball blows it right by Baker. He swung at that one about when it was in the catcher's mitt.
Expecting off speed there, which is what the RedHawks have gone to a lot when they get that first strike call, but Egbert fires another fastball right into the catcher's mitt of Cole Andrews and right past Cale Baker.
Let's see another one here. Fastball crushed by Baker down the left field line. Coming on is Neibauer, though. He's going to settle under that one and grab it for the out. So Cale Baker looked like he hit that one pretty hard off the bat, but it's just a routine flyout. RedHawks hold the Bobcats off the board in the top of the second. We'll be right back for the bottom of the inning. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. David Novak stepping into the right-hand batter's box for the RedHawks to lead off the bottom of the second inning. And Boncall still on the mound for the Bobcats. His first pitch is a strike right at the letters of Novak.
Another talented freshman. We talked about them a lot in the first game. They started 4 freshmen in the last game, 3 in this game with Lester, McDonald, and Novak.
Novak takes another swing and a miss at a pitch. Quickly 0-2 to Novak. Brian Zapp on deck for the RedHawks. Here comes the pitch. That one's down in the dirt.
And Novak in the previous game had that booming foul ball that just missed going out of the park, about 2 feet foul. He certainly wants that one back, an opportunity to straighten it out possibly right here and put the RedHawks on the board.
Swings and fouls one off to the right. A little bit late on the fastball there. Nobody out in the top of the second. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back once again by Novak, who's doing a good job hanging in there.
Yeah, Novak a little behind that pitch, but a good job just to get around on it and foul to the backstop to keep himself alive.
And that one ran up 92 on the scoreboard. Hardest pitch we've seen all day. Oh, swing and a miss through a breaking ball. Boncall pulled the string there, and Novak swings through it. So 1 out in the inning for the RedHawks.
Yeah, a little 16-mile-an-hour pace change there.
Yeah.
And, of course, there's the breaking ball once again, giving the RedHawks issues. Good-looking pitch there from the freshman Boncall.
Yeah, and really tough for these Miami hitters. Boncall bringing the velocity, and like you said, with the big velocity difference with the off-speed stuff. Definitely going to look to keep the RedHawks off balance today as the first pitch to Zapp is in there. That one must have caught the bottom of the zone. It looked low to me. That one's up high above the letters.
That was a good-looking pitch there.
It was. Looked like one to hit for Zapp, who kept his bat on his shoulder. Here's a 1-2 up high.
It seems like Boncall is certainly trying to get that fastball up in the zone, trying to get some hitters to chase.
Another high fastball. He gets him to chase. Zap swings through the high fastball, and there's 2 outs in the inning for the RedHawks.
Yeah, just a little bit above the zone for Zap being able to handle that, as that fastball, I mean, when it's above the belt, it can come in looking real nice, and then it just kind of sneaks over your bat as it keeps going, and that's exactly what happened there to Zap.
First pitch to Kraus is in there. Beautiful breaking ball, catches the inside corner. And yeah, those high balls really look juicy coming out of the pitcher's hand, but you just got to lay off them. Another high fastball there from Boncall, laid off by Kraus. Boncall's looked pretty good so far, but he's already thrown 32 pitches. RedHawks making him work out there at least a little bit as he misses the zone with another fastball. Swung and hit high into the air by Kraus. Coming on is Roush, and he's going to squeeze for the final out, so the RedHawks stay off the board in the bottom of the second. We'll be right back for the top of the third. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
Welcome back to Game 2 of this Battle of the Bricks doubleheader. RedHawks took Game 1, and we are now in the top of the third inning in a scoreless affair thus far, as the shortstop Xavier Hendages will step in to the box for the Bobcats to face the big right-hander Ken Egbert of Miami. And he puts that one deep down the left field line, but that one is out of play and foul.
Big swing from Hendages. We really haven't seen display too much power so far this series. He put a charge into that one, though.
Turning on that inside fastball that Egbert served up to him. We'll try to straighten that out on this pitch here with an 0-1 count. And he takes it for strike 2. So Egbert, first 2 pitches, and he's ahead in the count 0-2.
Really nice breaking ball there from Egbert. Catches the bottom part of the zone.
That pitch is fouled to the backstop by Hendages. Count remains 0-2.
Like to see Egbert take a little pitch or a little page out of Boncall's book here. Maybe try to get him to go after the high fastball.
That one in the dirt, a breaking ball. 73 on the gun from Egbert there, and Hendages was not chasing. 1-2 now the count with nobody out in the top of the third. That one near the head of Hendages, and the count is even now at 2-2.
A couple kind of non-competitive pitches there from Egbert. I'd like to see these Miami pitching staff as a whole be a little more aggressive.
On the ground to the left side, that'll be Escala who bobbles it with Lester ranging over as well, and Hendages will reach. We'll see what they score that one. Likely to be an error on the part of William Escala.
And Willie Escala, as slick of a fielder as he is, having a little bit of issue with the error the last couple of weeks, just booting some routine-ish plays. And probably not a sign of much of anything, just unlucky.
And they are going to rule that one an error by Escala. So Hendages on first, with the top of the order and Isaiah Peterson now at the plate, as that one was taken outside for ball one. A.J. Roush waiting on deck, the power bat for the Bobcats. That one is on the ground to the left side. Lester will throw on to second for the force play. Peterson hustling down the line will make it a fielder's choice.
Probably a smart play by Zapp to eat that one, not try to make the throw to first. We've seen how fast Isaiah Peterson is this series. He's a pretty tough guy to double up, especially coming out of the left-hand batter's box.
And it kind of looked like Lester was having an issue getting that one out of his glove as well, possibly responsible for a little bit of an errant throw, but Zapp was able to handle it and execute the force play. One down for A.J. Roush and Peterson on first. And a bunt now, which will head foul.
Interesting strategy here from the Bobcats to bunt with their two-hitter with a runner on first and one out.
Essentially taking the hands or the bat out of the hands of one of your best players here. And it's certainly an interesting call. Trying to get that runner in scoring position for the senior Casper Bauer, who waits on deck. That one in the dirt. Andrews controls it, however, and the count now 1-1. Foul tipped into the glove of Cole Andrews. 1-2 now the count, with one down in the inning.
Roush swinging away now, so I guess he just sacrificed a strike there at the beginning of this at-bat. This doesn't make too much sense to me.
Peterson leading off first. Stays put. And an 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Egbert is blown right by A.J. Roush for the strikeout and out number 2. Sort of buckled him there on the inside fastball.
Yeah, really nice pitch from Egbert.
And that's going to bring in Colin Casperbauer, the senior third baseman. An opportunity to extend the inning. That one in the dirt and controlled by Andrews once again, who's done a really nice job behind the plate in both games today.
He really has. Been a brick wall back there for the RedHawks, who've had a little bit of trouble keeping the ball out of the dirt on the mound.
1-0 the count to Casperbauer. Breaking ball is into right field under the glove of Zapp. Peterson is going to turn at second and head back. A good throw from Benji Brokman holds the runners at first and second with 2 down in the inning.
And every time Benji Brokman throws the ball, it kind of surprises me. He has such a good arm out there in right field. And obviously we know he can roam the outfield well, so really great outfield defense today for the RedHawks. Great outfield defenders.
It will now be the cleanup hitter for Ohio, the catcher Mason Minzy stepping in, another lefty in this Bobcat lineup. That one is a breaking ball that is below the zone at 75 miles an hour, and the count is 1-0. Egbert from the stretch fires that one above the zone as the count is now 2-0. It's a bit of a precarious position now for the RedHawks, who are behind in the count 2-0 with a runner in scoring position as well as another runner on first. RedHawks have had problems today finishing innings. That one too far inside, and it's 3-0. And you've got Spencer Harbert, who has 9 home runs on the season, waiting on deck for Egbert. The 3-0 pitch is a fastball right across the middle of the plate. Minzy was taking all the way. It is now 3-1. We'll see if they give Minzy the green light on 3-1 with 2 down. A runner in scoring position. That one is left field. It is deep. It is back at the wall, and Mason Minzy sends it out of the park. A 3-run home run from the senior catcher, Mason Minzy, and the Bobcats strike first in a big, big way here in the top of the third.
And like you said, RedHawks just can't finish off innings. That third out continues to haunt Miami. They've been great at getting the first 2 outs all game, all afternoon today, and just can't get that third one. We see it again there. And that wind blowing pretty hard out to left field. That was a little bit of a wall scraper, so Egbert maybe getting a little unlucky there.
That
so counts none the same, though.
That one in the dirt from Egbert, and it's 1-0. And this game has completely turned around as they had 2 down and only 1 man on. And then Egbert allowed another base runner, and then Minzy sends that one over the wall, and Escala under the glove again. Another Bobcat base hit, this time from from Spencer Harbert, and now Alex Finney will take his turn in the right-handed batter's box for Ohio. Coming into this inning, Ohio was scoreless with only 2 hits on the board. Now they have 5 hits and 3 runs. The pitch from Egbert is high and inside to the junior designated hitter, Alex Finney. That one is in the zone. Outside corner by Kenton Egbert for strike 1.
And we talked about a little bit before this game how Kenton Egbert had such a great season last year. It's all really kind of fallen apart for him in the 2022 season, and the reason is the home run ball, as we've seen. And it hurts him again there.
Two-1 the count now with 2 down in the inning. The designated hitter, Alex Finney. That one's into left field, and another base hit for the Bobcats. First and second once again, as Kenton Egbert is getting rocked in the top of the 3rd inning here. And that's going to bring in Michael Richardson. And it looks like we're going to have a bit of a visit here from head coach Danny Hayden.
Really, it's kind of odd that Egbert has seen so much trouble after getting 2 outs in this inning. He's just really, like you said, getting teed off on here since he made that second out. We'll see how much longer he's able to stay in this one. No movement thus far in that RedHawk bullpen.
Coach Hayden looking to calm the nerves of his junior right-hander, as Michael Richardson now will look to continue this inning and drive in a few more runs for Ohio. That one is on the ground, foul to the backstop. 0-1 now the count.
Jonathan Brand just came out and grabbed that ball. He's not pitching this weekend. He looks like he just wants to get out on the field. I feel bad for him.
That one is in the dirt and controlled by Cole Andrews once again. Egbert having a hard time finding the strike zone. And when he does find the strike zone, it's getting hit deep into left field pretty much every time this inning. That one on the ground to the second baseman. Easy play for Brian Zapp, and the RedHawks escape the inning. Ohio strikes for 3 runs on the home run by Mason Minzy. We will head to the bottom of the third. This is Miami Baseball on RedHawk Radio. Welcome back to Game 2 of our Saturday doubleheader between the Miami RedHawks and the Ohio Bobcats, as Ohio leads Game 2 3-0 here in the bottom of the third, as William Escala takes strike 1 on the inside corner there from the freshman Hunsid Bond call. That one is swung on and missed by Escala, who had that costly error that turned into a run for Ohio in the previous inning.
Guess you could say it turned into 3 runs, right?
Essentially, yes. Makes that play likely they get out of the inning before Minzy's able to take Egbert deep to left field, but Escala swinging and missing, and he goes down on 3 pitches. That's going to bring in Nick Neibauer, who we were informed pregame it's actually his birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday to Nick Neibauer, the senior left fielder for the RedHawks.
He's the old man on this RedHawk team. He's 24 years old, or at least going to be tomorrow.
Been around the campus of Oxford for a while now, as he swings and misses at that first pitch. That one did not catch the zone, and is now the count is 1-1.
And Nybauer, a catcher by trade, has really turned himself into an excellent left fielder to get playing time here on this Red Hawk team.
That one too far inside and low. 88 miles an hour on the gun from the freshman. Top of the order on deck for Miami in the form of Benji Brokmond. And he might get an opportunity to bat with a runner on base. It is now 3-1. That one is too far inside, and Nybauer will reach base. So Brokmond now will come to the plate.
Great job by Nybauer at the bottom of the order to take a walk and set it up for this Red Hawk top of the order.
Brokmond taking his time at the dish. He will now step in and face the freshman Boncall. Breaking ball and a called strike there. Brokmond tried to hold up on the check swing, but it didn't matter.
Once again, fooled badly by the breaking ball there is a Red Hawk batter.
Brokmond a swing and miss on another breaking ball. That one was even lower than the one before, and it is 0-2. As Brokmond will take first base there on a hit by pitch.
Nice job by Brokmond there, down 0-2, and sees that one coming in and made absolutely no effort to move out of the way of it. So nice job for him taking one for the team there.
Looks like the catcher, Minzy, is going to head out to the mound and give his freshman pitcher a few words of encouragement, as now they will have to face the freshman Zach McDonald. Bottom of the third inning action, one down. RedHawks trailing 3-0. McDonald 1 for 1 on the day. He is the RedHawks' only hit. The first pitch to McDonald is a breaking ball right across the middle of the plate for strike one.
Froze him there with a 69-mile-an-hour curveball. That's a whole 20 miles an hour slower than the fastball.
Good looking pitch there from the freshman for sure. Brokmond and Nybauer at the plate as McDonald fouls the breaking ball towards the Red Hawk dugout. And it is quickly 0-2. That one is up and out of the zone for McDonald. 1-2 now the count. Boncall with a smooth first two innings has run into a bit of trouble here in the bottom of the third. Now facing the meat of the RedHawks order, and the count is now back at 2-2. So McDonald fighting back a bit after being down 0-2 quickly.
And we know Boncall has had a lot of trouble with the free pass this year. RedHawks got to wait him out.
Patience a key for the RedHawks at the plate right now. Already issued one to Nybauer earlier, and now a strikeout by Zach McDonald. So he will be retired, and there are now two down. And that'll bring in the catcher, Cole Andrews. Pitch is in the dirt. Andrews ahead in the count 1-0. Andrews was huge in the previous game. Caught a base runner stealing defensively and then had a 2-run double offensively, which proved to be huge for the RedHawks as he now pops that one foul down the left field line and out of play.
Hedges, the shortstop, got a good look at that one. He covered a lot of ground trying to field that foul pop-up.
It just barely drifted out of his reach, out of play. Now a 1-1 count with 2 down in the bottom of the third. RedHawks with 6 strikeouts so far in this game. And they might be headed for another here as Andrews takes strike 2 on the outside corner.
Hey, let's go, Cole.
Andrews once again crowding the plate as we saw in game 1. He takes that one above the zone and the count is back to even at 2-2. The payoff pitch is swung on and missed by Cole Andrews as we will now head to the top of the 4th inning. RedHawks scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd as they trail Ohio 3-0. This is Miami Baseball on RedHawk Radio. Welcome back to McKie Field at Hayden Park as we are bringing you the top of the 4th inning with the RedHawks trailing the Ohio Bobcats 3-0. Cale Baker, the senior first baseman for the Bobcats, will now take the batter's box against the junior Kenton Egbert. That one is fouled to the backstop.
I'm glad to see Egbert back on the mound after a rough 3rd inning. I'd like to see him get a couple quick outs here to really just get back in rhythm.
RedHawks relying on him here in the 4th to keep this game at a 3-run deficit, as that one was too far outside for Cale Baker.
No movement in that Miami bullpen out there yet, but do have a couple guys sitting out there ready to get going at a moment's notice, it looks like.
That pitch did not hit the strike zone either. It is now 2-1 the count to Baker. That one is fouled. 2-2 now the count. Wind still blowing out to left center field. Payoff from Egbert is swung on and missed by the first baseman Baker as he retires the first batter of the top of the fourth inning, strikeout style. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Xavier Hendages. First pitch to Hendages, he's going to take that one right off the helmet. And hopefully he's okay. He gets right back up and will head down to first base.
That's a scary play.
Yeah, that was very close to being a lot worse than it ended up being. Hendages seems to be okay. We'll take a little bit of a walk down the first base line just to make sure he's good to go. As that's
probably
now
just count his blessings down there.
As that's now going to bring up the top of the order for the Bobcats. So Egbert got the first out of the inning and then puts the runner Hendages on base via hit by pitch. That pitch is tattooed down the right field line, but foul.
Big swing from from Isaiah Peterson. We haven't really seen him take a hack like that all series.
Certainly turned on that inside fastball. Oh, 1 count to Peterson as he takes that one in the dirt, and it's 1-1 now. Breaking ball at 80 miles an hour. Two one now the count to Peterson. Hendages on first. One down in the top of the fourth inning with the Bobcats leading 3-0. That one is hit well out of deep right center field. McDonald ranging back towards the warning track. He'll take a few steps in front of the warning track to haul that one in, and there are 2 down in the inning. Good looking swing again there from Isaiah Peterson, as that's going to bring in the right fielder A.J. Roush.
Yeah, loud out there for Egbert, but an out nonetheless. Good job by him.
So 2 down in the inning, a man on first. One of the better power hitters in the Bobcat lineup at the plate. That one is to center field, sinking line drive. It will sink right in front of McDonald, who does a good job of keeping that one in front of him. And it's first and second, a similar situation to what we saw in the last inning. And that's going to bring in Colin Kasperbauer, the senior.
The third baseman, Colin Kasperbauer.
And actually really kind of the exact same situation. They get 2 quick outs. I guess they didn't, there was a base runner in between the 2 outs, but they get 2 outs and let the Bobcats extend the inning to one of their best hitters in Kasperbauer.
Minzy, who had the home run, is waiting on deck as Kasperbauer fouls that one towards the Bobcat dugout.
And early in the game, they tried to get Roush to sack bunt somebody over to second so Kasperbauer could have a chance with runners in scoring position with 2 outs. So Ohio really, really trusts this guy. Really thinks he can do big things in the box.
0-1 the count. Swung on and missed. 0-2 now. Good start to the at-bat for Egbert. Looking to send it to the bottom of the fourth, where the RedHawks will attempt to cut into this 3-run deficit. That one is going to be a hit by pitch, and the bases are loaded for Mason Minzy, who had the home run earlier on. And control issues continue for Kenton Egbert. That's the second hit by pitch of the inning.
That hurts especially bad when you have somebody on the ropes like he just had. Casper Bauer, especially such a great hitter, had him 0-2 and just really gives up that at bat by hitting him with a pitch.
That breaking ball veered too far inside and caught him on the foot.
Now Egbert doesn't have any room to work, bases loaded.
He'll work from the windup now, and Minzy, that one nearly hit him as well. Similar pitch to the one that just caught Casper Bauer on the foot.
Still no one throwing in that Miami bullpen. Already 7 hits in the game for Ohio.
The 1-0 outside. And no, as you said prior to this at-bat, no room for Egbert to put anybody on the base paths. He has to attack Minzy here. .2-0 pitch. Minzy fouls it off.
Nice job by Egbert to find the strike zone there, though. It's a crucial pitch. Cannot fall down 3-0 with the bases loaded.
2-1 count now.
You don't want to fall behind 3-1 either, though.
Strike 2. Good looking fastball there. 89 on the gun on the inside corner from Kenton Egbert. And he's a strike away from navigating through this jam. That pitch is going to get over Zapp's head. And it's bobbled in right field. And 2 runs are going to score, and it's going to be first and third with 2 down. Brokemont had trouble controlling it. 2 runs came around to score. And Casper Bauer moved up to third, so now it's first and third for Spencer Harbert and a 5-run lead for the Bobcats.
Left fielder Spencer Harbert.
Still 2 outs in the inning. The deficit is now 5 for Miami. And that one is in the dirt, controlled by the catcher, Andrews.
Luke Leverton, the freshman righty, up in the bullpen for the RedHawks.
That one is in the dirt again, similar to the previous pitch. And Egbert is now behind in the count 2-0. And you've got to think that if he puts this runner on base, head coach Danny Hayden's going to look to possibly yank him from this game before it gets too out of control.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good bet to make. This is probably got to get the out here or else he's probably out.
There's a strike there.
Already thrown. That was the 79th pitch of the afternoon, and we're only through 3 2/3.
This is the pitch that Minzy was able to take advantage of. The 2-1 pitch. and drive in those 2 runs in the last at-bat. And that one is in the dirt, and now it's 3-1. And Egbert showing some frustration on the mound right now. (3-1) count, 2 outs. Harbert at the plate facing Egbert. He will throw over to first. Nothing doing with Minzy over there as he dives back in safely. The 3-1 pitch is fouled to the backstop, and it's full. So Minzy will likely be running on this pitch with a full count and 2 outs. Full count, 2 outs. Big pitch here from Egbert, and he got him swinging. The high fastball, and Harbert couldn't catch up to it. As we will head to the bottom of the 4th inning, Bobcats tack on 2 runs, and they lead 5-0. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Welcome back to McKie Field here at Hayden Park. Bottom of the 4th inning action with the Ohio Bobcats leading the Miami RedHawks 5-0. They tacked on 2 in the top of the 5th inning. Mason Minzy for the Bobcats has driven in all 5 runs through the first 4 innings of the game for Ohio, as that one is hit deep out into right center field for Lester, and it is tracked down by the center fielder Isaiah Peterson.
Great play by Peterson there, roaming center field. He covered a lot of ground to get there. A nice straight route to that ball, and unfortunate for Parker Lester because he hit that one hard.
And a tip of the cap from his starting pitcher, Hudson Boncall, and that's going to bring in the freshman David Novak. Novak 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, as he takes a strike there to begin his at-bat. Seven strikeouts on the day so far for the RedHawks. And there is another called strike to the freshman Novak. That one was close. Novak held up on it and got the call. So now the count is 1-2. RedHawks have left 3 runners on base to the Bobcats 6 so far in this one. That one is too far outside. The 89-mile-an-hour fastball gets away from Boncall a little bit there. That one is outside as well. So now Novak, after going down 0-2 in the count without taking the bat off his shoulder, has worked the count to 3-2. And he pops that one straight up into the air. Left side. Over to make the play, and successfully making it is the shortstop Hendages. And there are 2 down now. A quick 2 outs for the pitcher Boncall, who has struck out 7, given up 1 hit, and only walked 1 batter through 3 2/3 of innings so far.
And he's looked really good so far. All you really need to know is those 7 strikeouts. When you're missing bats like that, you're pretty much going to be successful all the time.
He has kept the RedHawks off balance as that one is swung on and missed by Zapp. Foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Minzy, as the count is now 0-2. Two outs in the bottom of the 4th. The payoff from Boncall is fouled into the dirt. Payoff again, breaking ball that nearly caught the outside corner. 1-2 now the count to the RedHawks second baseman.
Nerves of steel from Brian Zapp to take that pitch.
That one is popped straight up and out of play. Count remains 1-2. That one low and in. Zapp has worked the count back to 2-2 after getting down 0-2. That one is in the air to center field. Peterson tracking it, and catching it. That'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the RedHawks. We will head to the top of the 5th with the RedHawks trailing 5-0. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
And we're back for the start of the 5th inning here from McKie Field in Oxford, Ohio. New arm on the mound for the RedHawks. It's Luke Leverton, the 6'1 freshman out of Richmond, Indiana. And in for Ohio is going to be Alex Finney, who's got a hit in this one.
Yeah, Leverton coming in 1-4 on the season.
As Finney hits one over to shortstop. That one fielded by Willie Escala, but just hit too softly, not able to make the play as Escala.
That's just a tough play to make when that ball is that deep in the hole. It's basically just a base hit to left field at that point. Good job by Finney to hustle that one out and ensure the base hit.
Yeah, that's the type of play that probably 10 or 15 people on the planet are able to make, and they're all playing shortstop for big league teams right now. Comes the 0 from Leverton. That one's in there.
He comes into this game with a 3.58 ERA, 32 innings pitched as a freshman, 24 strikeouts to 15 walks. Opponent batting average below 250.
Not too bad.
A respectable season for the freshman so far.
He's tasked with slowing down this Bobcat lineup that hasn't shown any signs of it so far. And there's another one. Richardson going down to first base. He just got hit on the elbow by that pitch.
Lots of hit by pitches today.
Yeah.
At McKie Field.
It happened yesterday, too. There were, I think, three Ohio guys got hit, and the Miami batter got hit. It's kind of interesting.
Of course, this is a rivalry. These two teams, the Battle of the Bricks. Always a little bit of competitive fire in these games, and it looked like possibly Miami asking maybe if he leaned into that one with that that elbow protector.
Yeah. And definitely probably worth having that conversation for Danny Hayden. That pitch looked like it was not that far off the strike zone, but just caught him right at the bottom of that elbow guard, which actually extends the elbow even a little further. Baker's already squared around a bunt here. Leverton has not even left the mound yet. Baker puts it down the third baseline. Charging in is Lester. He's going to throw on the run in time to retire Baker, but the sacrifice bunt is successful. And it's going to be runners on second and third with one out here for the RedHawks.
And a beautifully executed sacrifice there by Baker. Put that one in perfect position, just enough past Leverton to where he wasn't able to make the play at second or third. And now they've got runners in scoring position. It looks like there's a pinch hitter coming in. It's going to be the freshman Nick Dolan for the Bobcats.
So Dolan digging in to the right-hand batter's box against the righty Leverton.
Yeah, Dolan only hitting 167 on the season, but he's got 4 home runs and 12 RBIs.
Interesting. So definitely not someone to mess around with here for Leverton. Here comes his pitch. That one's inside.
He's got 12 hits on the season, so a third of his hits are actually home runs. So he's a nice power bat off the bench for this Bobcat lineup. And I guess we'll see a positional change as well as he's coming in for Hendages, who was playing shortstop in the field for the Bobcats.
Another strike to Dolan, who's really looks like a true 3-outcome hitter here for the Bobcats. 25 strikeouts, 12 walks, 4 home runs, like you said, and only 72 at-bats, so really doesn't do much else. Comes the 1-1. That's a strike. Leverton found the outside corner with a changeup there. Comes the payoff to Dolan. Swung on and grounded, but foul.
I would expect them to go off speed here, which has been the theme of the day. Went ahead in the count. See what the freshman Leverton dials up here.
Maybe try to fool Dolan with a breaking ball. We'll see right now. And it is a breaking ball. Head on the ground to Zapp. He quick throw back to home in time to get Finney. Great play by Brian Zapp. No hesitation after he fielded that ground ball, and he didn't have time to. Throws it right home. Tag by Andrews, applied to Finney, and RedHawks keep another run off the board.
And that was great execution by the catcher, Andrews, as well as the second baseman, Brian Zapp, fielding that play, getting it home, and then Andrews able to keep himself in front of the plate in order to prevent Finney from having a lane to slide to, applying the tag and preventing the run.
So that makes it 2 outs in the inning for the RedHawks. That one's served down to the left field by Peterson. That's going to score at least 1 run, just 1 run.
A good piece of hitting there from Peterson, taking that pitch opposite field, driving in that run, and now Leverton will have to work first and second with 2 outs against the power hitter, A.J. Roush.
So it'll be Dolan now on second, Peterson on first. Richardson came around to score there. And it will be Roush, the dangerous Casper Bauer on deck, and the even more dangerous Minzy, who already has 5 RBIs today in the hole. And Leverton finds the inside corner with a fastball there. Nice pitch. Down in the dirt.
With that lefty-righty matchup coming up on deck in the form of Casper Bauer and then Minzy, as you said, after, it's important for Leverton to be aggressive here and make sure that he doesn't put Roush on the base paths on 4 pitches.
1-1 swung on and missed by Roush. Nice breaking ball there below the zone.
That looked like a big swing there from Roush. He was looking to see if he could top that home run that he had yesterday.
I don't know if that's humanly possible, but I honestly would like to see him try. Here comes a 1-2 from Leverton. Ooh, in the dirt. Nice stop by Andrews. Just gets far enough away from him, though, so Dolan dives into third. Peterson stays put at first.
Heads up base running there by Nick Dolan. He was reading that the entire way, pretty much halfway down the third baseline by the time that ball squirted away from Andrews. Good heads up base running there from the Bobcats.
Yeah, a really nice secondary lead there from Dolan, and they've been really active on the base pass all day. It's been making things tougher a little bit on these Miami pitchers. Give them something extra to worry about. Strike 3, beautiful pitch by Leverton, finds the outside corner, an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. Ohio adds to their lead. It's now 6-0 Bobcats. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 5th inning. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Steven Krause stepping in to lead it off for the RedHawks. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Miami has a big hole to climb out of if they want to have any chance of winning this game, down 6-0. Krause takes a big hack at the first pitch and fouls it off. Miami only has 1 hit on the board here today. That was Zach McDonald's single back in the 1st inning. They've been held hitless since.
Yeah, Hudson Bonkow has been fantastic, the freshman for Ohio on the mound. Had a really nice game with 7 strikeouts so far, only giving up 1 hit and 1 walk. So 2 total base runners for the freshman for Ohio.
That one almost hit Krause, breaking ball off the inside corner. Swings through an upstairs fastball. Bonkall's had a lot of success with that pitch today. Maybe a nice little perk of having big velocity like he does. That one just a little bit low there with the off-speed pitch. Steven Krause took a, say, a quarter swing there, not even a half swing.
The bottom of the lineup today really has not generated much for the RedHawks. It's been mostly the middle of the order, even in the first game, that did any damage for them. We'll see if they can get some contributions here from Krause, Escala, or Neibauer.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, at least Krause and Escala hitless so far today. And Krause grounds one. Baltimore chop over the third baseman's head and into left field. He's going to round first and stay put there with a single. So just as we're saying it, Steven Krause gets on base. RedHawks get the leadoff runner at first.
I think that might have hit a sprinkler or something down the third base line, or a weird little rut in the turf, because that took a strange bounce.
Yeah, it
Even
did.
strange for the turf over the third baseman's head, but the RedHawks will take that any day of the week.
Yeah, especially this day with how the bats have looked early in this one. Willie Escala squares around a bunt. And I really don't get what they're trying to do here, sacrificing base runners down 6-0. I mean, I think that run on first really doesn't matter that much. I don't know what the point of getting it in scoring position is. As Willie Escala swings through a breaking ball there.
Ohio is certainly playing in bunt formation with the third baseman in on that. His toe tips on the edge of the grass there. So they're expecting it from Escala. Looks like they're not going to get it anymore.
Yeah, so he swings at that one after squaring around at the first one, and so the count is 1-2.
And Bonkall has really effectively used his differences in pace in this game. That last breaking ball was only 73, and he's paired that with a 90 to 92 mile-an-hour fastball.
Takes a quick spin around, throw to first, Krause back in there easily, and really, like you said, Bonkall doing a great job keeping these RedHawk batters off balance today. You just have to look at the scoreboard to see what he's done. Pitch to Escala. That one's hit hard out into right field. That's going to drop and go almost all the way to the wall. Cut off right before. And Krause going to cruise into third. Escala into second with a stand-up double. The RedHawks are in business here. No outs in the 5th.
Good looking piece of hitting there from Escala, driving that pitch out into the left center gap, opposite field for the RedHawk shortstop. And Krause not the fastest. A good job by the left fielder, Spencer Harbord, to cut that ball off before it got out to the wall, holding Escala and Krause at second and third, as it looks like we're going to get a bit of a mound visit here from the Bobcats.
And Neibauer, who will hit next for the RedHawks. He's had one plate appearance today and he walked. So he's gotten on base in his one plate appearance. Might be looking to take advantage of a little bit of a shaken up Bonkall here, who was kind of cruising up until those last 2 hits.
Nobody out for the RedHawks right now. In the top of the order on deck, this is a dangerous position for the Bobcats. Even with that 6-run cushion, you don't want to give the RedHawks any hope, thinking that they could possibly make this a game again. And that can all change with one swing of the bat here from Neibauer.
Yeah, absolutely. the 6-run lead already is looking a lot smaller now with runners on second and third and no outs here in the 5th. And you kind of think that if the RedHawks don't start chipping away here soon, score at least a couple runs this inning, this ball game could be out of reach pretty quick. Comes the first pitch to Nybauer. He swings through one. Looked like a fastball there down around the knees. Next pitch catches the inside corner. 88 miles per hour on the fastball to Nybauer. He's quickly down 0-2.
I think a little bit of fatigue possibly setting in for Boncall. That last fastball was 86, and then this one was 88. He's been up around the 90s for most of the day, so possibly a little bit of fatigue setting in for the freshman.
And this is his 81st pitch of the afternoon. He strikes out Nybauer with it, a fastball. That one looked like it might have been down in the dirt. Nybauer still swung through it.
3-pitch strikeout. Boncall bounces back, and now possibly settling down himself and the defense a little bit.
But now we'll have to deal with the top of this Red Hawk order and Benji Brokmond, who's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He also got hit by a pitch. First one to him is down low.
It's a good-looking breaking ball there. Didn't catch enough of the zone.
Runners on second and third here in the bottom of the 5th for the Red Hawks. 1 out, down 6-0. Looking to claw out of this deficit. Next pitch, a little half swing from Brokmond there. They're going to call it a strike anyway. Don't think he went, but ball was in there according to the home plate umpire. One swung on and grounded out to short, fielded out there by Hendages and thrown on to first for the out. And that's actually Dolan out there at short now, who replaced Hendages. So, but the run scored. So RedHawks get on the board with that Benji Brokmond RBI ground out. Kraus comes around to score, so it'll be runners on second. Just a runner on second with 2 outs here for Zach McDonald.
Productive out there from the sophomore Brokmond. Getting that ball on the ground, and Kraus was able to come in and score.
First pitch to McDonald's up high. Pitch to McDonald, catches the outside corner. There's a couple words with Bryce McCullough back there about that one. Maybe thought it was a little off the plate. Comes the 1-1. Another one, catches the outside corner, 1-2 to McDonald.
And that outside corner has really killed the RedHawks all day, even in the first game. The home plate umpire for that game was pretty kind to the pitchers as far as the corners go. And it's been more of the same in game 2 as well.
Little step off the mound by Boncall, but doesn't move to make a throw. He's back ready for the payoff pitch. Strike 3. So the RedHawks score 1 run, chip into that Ohio lead. They're now down only 5. Still got a lot of work to do. We'll be right back for the top of the 6th. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. part of this Ohio lineup coming up to the plate to start the 6th inning against Luke Leverton, who's back on the mound for the RedHawks. That'll be Colin Kasperbauer in for Ohio. He's 1 for 2 today. He squares around a bunt and pops that one up. Parker Lester's going to have an easy play to make. Nice quick out for Leverton and the RedHawks, and Kasperbauer really gave him that one.
Yeah, not a very good bunt from the 3-hole hitter trying to lead off the inning. Possibly catch the RedHawks by surprise, but not a well-executed bunt at all. And an easy play for the third baseman, Lester.
Do you ever feel like these college baseball coaches are maybe overthinking the game a little bit?
I certainly think I certainly think it's happened a couple times today.
I agree.
We've seen I feel like we've seen the 3, 4, and 5 hitters square around a bunt more than we've seen the 1, 2 or the 8, 9 hitters.
Yeah. It just doesn't make too much sense, but I guess it's working for Ohio, who's up 6-1 on the board. As the first pitch to Minzy, who has 5 RBIs already today, is upstairs. Leverton would probably be wise to work or to deal carefully with Minzy here. 2 for 3 today, like we said, 5 RBIs, hit a big home run back in the 3rd inning. It's 2-0 quickly to him.
Yeah, a couple breaking balls didn't quite find the zone there from the freshman Leverton.
2-0 pitch, catches the inside corner. Nice fastball from Leverton. Minzy didn't like that one too much. Comes the 2-1 pitch. Oh, that one inside corner. Nice fastball there. Ran up to 92, did Leverton.
Yeah, he's a talented freshman in that he's got a big arm. Velocity in spades from the freshman Leverton. Showing it off there on that inside fastball.
Yeah,
Didn't really look
definitely.
like it caught much of the zone there, but
Yeah, I agree. I was surprised to see that one called a strike as Leverton misses with a breaking ball. Definitely something to be excited about for any RedHawk fans out there. Luke Leverton throwing 92 as a freshman. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard out into right. But Benji Brokemont's barely going to even have to move for that one. He squeezes for the 2nd out of the inning.
it's interesting. That one sounded like it was hit harder off the bat than his actual home run did.
Yeah.
But good job by Brokemont just to nestle under that one and make the easy out. Now we'll see if the RedHawks, for the first time today, can safely navigate an inning with little to no trouble getting that 3rd out. And they'll have to do it around the power hitter, Spencer Harbert.
And we've seen it time and time again today. RedHawks get 2 quick outs, not able to get the 3rd. We'll see if they can change that here. First pitch from Leverton's a strike.
That pitch was the definition of hittable from Luke Leverton, and Harbert just held up there, trying to be patient at the plate, maybe a little over-patient there.
Yeah, you got to wonder if maybe they had a scouting report on him that doesn't swing at the first pitch often, but that one really was a cookie right down the middle. Swung on and missed. Another, maybe a breaking ball there from Leverton. Leverton throwing a little bit of a power breaking ball here, running up around 85 miles an hour. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. High fastball. Gets Harbert chasing, and a 1-2-3 inning for Luke Leverton and the RedHawks. We'll be right back to see if they can cut into this lead any further in the bottom of the 6th. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Now it's the meat of the RedHawk order up here in the 6th inning. Cole Andrews going to lead it off for Miami against Boncall. Remains on the mound for the Bobcats. Here comes his first pitch. Oh, and that one catches Andrews right in the elbow. Andrews, one of the few guys who doesn't wear an elbow guard. He took that one like a champ. Trots down to first.
And the hit by pitches continue to occur at an alarmingly high rate.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It doesn't really make sense, but a lot of guys getting hit by pitches all series.
Doesn't seem to be a lot of chirping back and forth between the dugouts, so it must really be just some errant pitches from both of these pitching staffs. It's happened an abnormal amount of times today.
That one's down in the dirt. So Boncall, who just threw his 93rd pitch of the afternoon, has been really good today. 9 strikeouts through 5 innings of work, and he's only given up 1 walk, 3 hits, 1 earned run. Next pitch to Lester is in there for a strike. Andrews on first. Here comes the 1-1 to Lester. Swung on and fouled into the mitt. The catcher, Mason Minzy, back there.
Yeah, big swing there from the freshman Lester.
It was.
Couldn't quite barrel that one up like he hoped.
And we saw him put a charge into a ball last at bat that just missed going over the wall, so maybe trying to make up for that one there. Here comes the 1-2, swung on and fouled over out past the Hayden Baseball Center, wide of third base.
It barreled that one up nicely, just didn't time it up as well as he might have liked.
A little bit late on that 1-2 fastball. Nice job to stay alive, though, and here comes another pitch from Boncall. Ooh, swing and a miss and an ugly breaking ball in the dirt.
Yeah, Lester wants that one back. You could tell the frustration on his face after that one. He was certainly fooled on that pitch from Boncall.
Andrews on first, Dylan Novak at the plate. David Novak, rather. As Boncall misses a zone with a breaking ball.
Good-looking breaking ball there from Boncall.
It was.
Possibly a little inside on Novak there, not getting the call.
Novak 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. He's hitting 371 on the year, though. That one gets past Minzy behind the plate, and Andrews going to trot down to second. So the RedHawks have a runner in scoring position now, with 1 out here in the 6th. Count 2-0 from Boncall to Novak. Boncall taking his time. Next pitch is up. Dylan Novak probably not swinging here on the 3-0 pitch. Oh, and he is swinging. That one would have been ball 4, though.
Yeah, not the pitch that you want to swing at up 3-0 in the count, and that wasn't anywhere near the zone, really.
Yeah, it really wasn't. I like the confidence from Danny Hayden down at third base to tell Dylan Novak he's got the green light there, but Novak just got to be a little more selective. And then he looks at one right down the middle.
And all of a sudden, Novak has gotten himself back into kind of a tough position here with that full count and a runner in scoring position.
Boncall's still got to make a pitch, though. Here it comes. Fouled back.
That one also looked a little bit out of the zone. Novak just wanted to fight that off and get another attempt at things.
Big RBI spot here for the freshman DH. Looking to cut that Ohio lead to 4. Comes a full count pitch. Swung on and roped into left field. That's going to get down in front of Harbert. And the runner's going to stick at third. That's Cole Andrews over there. He does not come around. So runners on the corners for the RedHawks, and it'll be Brian Zapp in.
I guess swinging at all those balls ended up working out as he ended up advancing the runner to third in the process as well. And now this becomes a large at-bat in this game for Brian Zapp. A chance to really make things interesting. He's got the lefty on righty advantage at the plate here too.
That's right. Runners on the corners, 1 out for Brian Zapp. RedHawks down 5. First pitch is in there, a breaking ball at the top of the zone.
And the RedHawks went from swinging and missing to almost every breaking ball to just not swinging at any breaking balls.
And that one was one to hit. A hanger up in the zone.
Another good-looking pitch there from Boncall.
Yep, a fastball. Nope, maybe a changeup catches the lower part of the zone and freezes Zapp, who was presumably waiting for a fastball. So he's down 0-2. Big spot here. Brian Zapp trying to stay alive. A little half swing there to pitch off the outside corner. They appeal down to second. No swing. One-two pitch down low.
Good patience there from Zapp. Looked like he might have wanted to give that thing a look, but he was able to hold up and draw the count even now.
A little bit of a pause here before this 2-2 pitch as Boncall gets himself set. Swing and a miss. Brian Zapp takes a big hack at a 91-mile-an-hour fastball at the top of the zone and doesn't catch it.
Goodness, he reared back and chucked that thing right at the top of the strike zone, and Zapp just could not catch up to that thing.
Yeah.
A heater.
And seriously impressive stuff from Boncall, who just, I mean, that was his 109th pitch of the afternoon, and he ran it up there at 91 miles an hour. Guy's got a lot of run in that right arm. Next pitch is down low to Kraus.
He's got 11 strikeouts now on the day as well, so truly a dominant day on the mound so far for Hudson Boncall.
Yeah, he's going to sleep good tonight.
You better ice that arm when he gets back to his hotel room, that's for sure.
Swings and fouls that one wide of first. Two outs in the bottom of the sixth. Runners on the corner for Steven Kraus. The count's 1-1 to him. That one's in the dirt. Gets away from Minzy, and Andrews just wasn't quite ready there. Couldn't, just hesitated a little bit and didn't have time to get back. But the runner from first, Novak, gets on to second.
Yeah, not a very good job there from Andrews reading that pitch. It looked like he gave it about 3 or 4 looks before he decided that he wasn't going to chance it. It certainly got far enough away that if he read it correctly the first time, he would have scored most likely with no problems.
Yeah, that's right. If he didn't hesitate, I think he would have been in there easily. But instead, the onus remains on Steven Kraus. Comes a 2-1 pitch. That one's in there.
Big pitch here from Boncall with 2 runners in scoring position, a chance to get out of this with nothing coming across the plate, especially after that miscue by Andrews.
Here comes the 113th pitch of his afternoon. That one swung on and hit High on the outfield, settling under it, is going to be Roush. He squeezes. So the RedHawks make a little noise in the bottom of the sixth, but can't push anything across. They're still down 6-1. We'll be right back for the top of the seventh. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
Top of the seventh inning action here at McKie Field on the campus of Miami University as the RedHawks trail by 5 runs to the Ohio Bobcats 6-1. Alex Finney with a big swing and miss there from the freshman Luke Leverton, who has come in relief of the starter Kenton Egbert.
He's done a pretty good job, too.
And Leverton showing off his high-velocity arm in this one, as that one's on the ground to the left side. Escala handles that one, throws on to first for out number 1. Escala's had some problems in the field today, so good to see him make that play. As that's going to bring in Michael Richardson.
And Escala, I think, really just showing how hard it is to play shortstop at the Division I level. And just the position in general, when you don't have an MLB shortstop's arm, you just have to rush every single play. And he had to rush it there. He ended up making it, though.
That one too high and inside to Richardson from Leverton. (1-0) the count now. That one in the dirt. And Leverton is quickly behind 2-0. That one, a liner right at the second baseman, Brian Zapp. And Richardson is retired, and there's 2 quick outs from Luke Leverton, and that's going to bring in the first baseman, Cale Baker.
And Baker hitless on the series so far. We'll see if Leverton can close out this inning. Quick 2 outs.
Yeah, 0 for 2 in this one with a strikeout. The pinch hitter, Nick Dolan, is on deck. And that one is a check swing foul ball to the backstop. Little unintentional swing there from Cale Baker, but a strike nonetheless. 0-1 count with 2 down in the top of the 7th. And a ball outside from the freshman. On the ground to the left side, but foul. 1-2 now. Off-speed pitch there from Leverton. Baker a bit out in front. And he'll have to protect here with 2 strikes and 2 outs. The payoff pitch from Leverton right past Baker, a big swing and a miss, and another very strong inning from the freshman Luke Leverton, as we will head to the bottom of the 7th with the RedHawks down 5. This has been Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
New arm on the mound for the Bobcats. It was an excellent performance from the freshman.
It was Hudson Boncall, on the mound. And a pitching change now for Ohio.
Yep, and it'll be Chase Harris on for the Bobcats, 6'3", 5th year from New Marshfield, Ohio. And so far on the year, he's struggled a little bit. Pitched out to a 6.35 ERA in 22 2/3 innings, but pretty good strikeout walk numbers, 26 strikeouts to 5 walks. He has given up 4 home runs, though. It's his first pitch to a Scala as a strike. And Boncall was really excellent for the Bobcats today. 6 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts, only gave up 4 hits, only 1 walk, 1 run. Just really impressive stuff from the freshman. And that first pitch is laced into right field by Willie Escala. Drops down in front of Roush out there. So a leadoff single for the RedHawks. Escala is the second hit of the day.
Yeah, good looking hit there from Escala, and good to see him sort of breaking through here a little bit today in this game, as he's been on base twice with 2 solid hits. And now Nick Neibauer is going to have an opportunity to move him over.
And Neibauer 0 for 1 today, but he did have a walk back in his first at bat. Scala takes a pretty sizable leadoff second. Comes the pitch to Neibauer. That one hit exactly the same place, drops right in front of Roush, and RedHawks have a runner in scoring position with that Nick Neibauer single, bottom of the order. Must have hurt us.
And all of a sudden it looks like the RedHawks have quickly figured out Chase Harris. They had a hard time with the freshman, but the senior comes in, and all of a sudden the RedHawks are able to tee off a little bit. Clearly the pitching change making a bit of a difference so far. Now Benji Brokman, who has the game's only RBI for the RedHawks, with an opportunity to make things very interesting here in the bottom of the 7th.
Pretty long pause here before this pitch to Benji Brokman, the Ohio catcher. Misny out there giving some signs to his infield, telling him what to do on a ground ball hit back to the pitcher, a weird double steal. No outs, runners on first and second. Here comes to Benji Brokman. First pitch in there. Catches the inside corner. Brokman 0 for 2 today, but he did have that RBI ground out back in the 5th. Oh, and he tomahawk chops that one past the diving glove of Cale Baker. Coming around third is going to be Willie Escala. He dives in there with the second RedHawk run. Another RBI for Benji Brokman.
And a good job by Neibauer to follow Escala and move up to third base there on that play. And Escala giving Cole Andrews a little bit of intel on the pitcher as he heads back to the dugout, and the RedHawks with a great start to the bottom of the 7th inning. And they're now up to 7 hits on the day with 3 straight. And now still first and third with nobody out in the inning.
And the middle of the order coming up, it's going to be Zach McDonald next. Brokman leading off first. Neibauer just a bit off of second. McDonald fouls that one over toward first base. And that was a weird swing by Benji Brokman. It was a high and tight, really high, really tight fastball, and he just sort of stuck his bat out there and guided it into right field. Hit it pretty hard. Nice job by Brokman. Comes the 0-1 pitch to McDonald. He swings through that one.
It looks like he didn't time up that pitch very well. A little bit of an off speed, but it almost looked like he was still behind it.
Yeah, kind of weird. Comes the 0-2. Fouled off. McDonald stays alive. Just barely got a piece of that one. Swung on and popped up on the right side of the infield by McDonald. Baker calls for that one, and he's going to squeeze for the out. So Zach McDonald pops out to the first baseman, but the rally's still alive for the RedHawks. It'll be the 3-batter stepping in to hit.
This is a big spot for Andrews, who had an opportunity to get that run across in the last inning, but didn't read the pass ball very well, had to stay put at third base. Now he's got an opportunity to make up for that here if he can score the runner from third at the very least at Neibauer.
We've already seen Andrews come up big in RBI spots today. Had a 2-run double back in the first game. First pitch to him, a big swing and a miss at a off-speed pitch that looked like it might have jumped off the outside corner. The 0-1 to Andrews. Brokman on the move. That one hit him in the head. Andrews gets hit in the helmet by that ball, and he's already up on his feet.
That's the second time we've seen somebody get hit in the helmet today.
Yeah. And like the 50th time we've seen somebody get hit, it feels like.
It looks like he's okay.
Yep, Andrews trots down to first under his own power. He's going to stay in this one. Another scary play there, but Andrews all right.
It looks like a mound visit now for the Bobcats, and all of a sudden the tying run is going to come to the plate.
Yeah.
Which is typically unheard of when you're down as many runs as the RedHawks have been this game, but nonetheless showing some fight here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, it really doesn't feel like the tying run should be at the plate right now, but it is. And it's Parker Lester who's already put a charge into a couple balls today. Lester has not yet hit a home run in his collegiate career. This would be a pretty awesome time for the first. Parker Lester up with the bases loaded and 1 out. Here comes the first pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. That one's grounded out towards second. Fielding it is the second baseman. He flips on to short. For the out, coming around third to score is Brokman. And he just ran over the catcher and the ball popped out, so he's got to be safe, right? The ump hasn't made a call, but he's got to be safe. Lester's going into second. I don't even know what just happened, but
some confusing events here.
Yeah.
2 runs are going to end up scoring on the play, and it only looks like there's only going to be 1 out. It looked like Lester took second there.
So, I mean, I already forgot. What even did Lester do again?
It was a ground ball to second base, and
right.
Then the play was made on the force play.
Right.
1 run had come in to score, and then Brokman broke around third.
Right,
so he comes in to score, and then it looked like he was dead in the water, and the catcher dropped the ball after the tag. So he was safe, and then Lester took second because nobody was covering the base. And so now we've got a strange situation.
Home plate umpire having a long chat with the Ohio head coach there. And the catcher, Minzy, behind the plate kind of blocked the plate. Definitely didn't really give Brokman a lane to slide. And Brokman went old school, just trucked him over and got the ball out of his glove. A great hit by Benji Brokman. Looked like a football play or something.
Looks like there's a discussion going on right now. Not really sure. Possibly, maybe they're saying that he tagged him and then the ball came out like in
a different play or a different
too far after
the
the tag. It looks like they are going to say that. I think they're going to stick with the call.
I mean, he has to be safe, right? If the catcher's blocking the plate and you run into him and he drops the ball, I feel like that rule is as old as baseball. I don't even know.
It seems like the question might be whether or not he controlled the ball through the tag enough for them to deem that he was in control of it through the tag. They are going to say he's safe, though. So now the RedHawks have their 5-hole batter up the plate. It's a 2-run game and a runner in scoring position with only 1 out in the inning.
So an exciting turn of events there for the RedHawks. Brokman breaks around third, runs over the Ohio catcher, and he's safe at the plate. And he was talking some trash to Minzy there after, too. He was ready to take it. I don't know where they'd take it, maybe into the locker room or out back, but Brokman was certainly ready to. I don't know about Minzy. Either way, it's 6-4 Ohio. Novak in the box. Swings and misses at a breaking ball there. The 0-1 to Novak. That one's laced into right field. That one is far gone, and it's a home run. David Novak just tied this game. A long home run over the left field wall. 2-run shot for the RedHawks, and this ball game is tied. RedHawks put up a 5 spot in the bottom of the 7th.
What an awesome moment for the freshman. David Novak coming up in a huge spot, and there was no doubt that that one was getting over the wall, and he knew it. Walking down the first base line, it was only a question of whether or not it was going to stay inside that left field foul pole, and it certainly did. And what an inning for the RedHawks as this game has taken a turn with that pitching change, and now Hudson Boncall in line for a no decision.
That one's hit hard out into the outfield. Chasing back is Peterson. He's going to get all the way to the warning track and squeeze that one for the out. But it was a big inning for the RedHawks. Lots of exciting plays, a home run, 5 runs. The game's tied. We'll be right back. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
Top of the 8th inning from McKie Field at Hayden Park as the RedHawks in the bottom of the 7th inning put up a 5-run mark to tie things at 6. After being down 6-0, they have rallied back to tie it, as now Luke Leverton will take the mound again in the top of the 8th inning. The freshman who has retired the last 6 batters he's faced. He's been great in relief of the starter, Kenton Egbert, who got roughed up a little bit.
It's such a crucial inning here for Leverton after the RedHawks put up 5 runs to tie it. You can't let the Bobcats take another lead here.
That one fouled over to the RedHawk dugout. 1-1 the count now to the defensive replacement, Nick Dolan. He came in for the starting shortstop, Xavier Hendages. That one in the dirt. 2-1 now the count.
Dolan, like we said last time, a threat to leave the yard. Not really a threat for much else. Hitting 167, but 4 home runs on the year.
Pitch from Leverton swung on and missed. That wasn't even close to the strike zone. Dolan was fooled. Count 2-2, nobody out in the top of the 8th inning. Sun's starting to peek out again here at McKie Field. That one is deep to left. That one is going to be fair and up against the wall, and Dolan is going to be into second with a leadoff double. Good piece of hitting there from Nick Dolan, taking that inside pitch down the left field line. And the Bobcats have a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and the top of the order coming to the plate. first pitch to Peterson is taken on the outside corner for a strike. Good looking pitch there from Leverton. The 0-1 pitch. Looked like it nearly hit Peterson, but it also looked like it could have been called a strike on the inside corner. Yeah. It is called a ball, and it is 1-1. Bobcats with 11 hits today in Game 2. RedHawks with 8.
You were hoping for a big offensive explosion before this game. I think we got it.
It certainly didn't look like it through the first couple innings of this game, but that one is in the dirt and controlled by Andrews. Another beautiful play by the catcher, Cole Andrews, who's had a really nice day as far as keeping the ball in front of him on these wild pitches. Even in the first game, he was very good. He actually caught a runner stealing as well.
And they haven't gone on him since.
The 2-1 is lined into right center field. Brokmond will dive and make an unbelievable catch in right center, and now they're going to wave the runner to the plate. Andrews' throw is not in time, and they might say that he left early. They're going to throw down to second, and they're going to call him safe. They appealed down to second, and it's going to be a run scored from second base on a sac fly, one of the rarest plays you'll see. And it did look like he might have creeped off the base a bit early, and it looks like they might discuss this.
Yeah, and the people in the stands were saying that he left early seemed pretty passionate about it. I didn't see it myself, but they seem pretty sure.
Head coach Danny Hayden is taking a look, and I think he's getting the explanation that he did. They just didn't see it happen. Can't say one way or the other. Home plate umpire motioning over to the RedHawks dugout as the fans clearly upset by that call.
And Brokmond out there made an absolutely inhuman Superman diving play, but he got up and sort of started pumping himself up afterward, and the runner from second tagged, and the third base coach over there saw Brokmond hesitate a little once he got the ball, waved him right around. And a good throw from Brian Zapp probably gets him, but
7-6 the score now, and another hit by pitch in this game.
Jeez.
I mean, if we could get a hit by pitch count in this game, I mean, it has been unbelievable. The amount of times that we've seen it. Looks like we've had 4 on the Bobcat side and 3 on the RedHawks side. So 7 total hit by pitches in this game. And a mound visit for the RedHawks now. So with 1 out, the Bobcats will have A.J. Roush on first.
Bailey Montgomery, the pitching coach, pretty fired up out there. He's chirping at somebody. I can't tell if it's the umpire or the Ohio dugout. Actually, no, it's definitely the umpire.
I think still probably frustrated about that controversial sac fly.
Yeah.
Throw over to first by Leverton.
Almost caught him napping over there with the quick throw. That's Roush at first.
Colin Kasperbauer steps in, the third baseman for the Bobcats. Leverton's first pitch is apparently not in the strike zone.
I have no idea where that one missed.
It looked like a pretty good pitch there from the freshman. 1-0 the count. Leverton will throw over again. The 1-0 pitch is lined to right at Brokemond again. He'll have no problem. Perfectly positioned.
Literally didn't move a step there.
And they are now 2 down in the inning. That's going to bring in Mason Minzy, who's done almost all of the damage for the Bobcats offense. They'd be lost without him after that last inning by the RedHawks offensively. Responsible for 5 of the runs driven in this game. Another throw over by Leverton. Really giving A.J. Roush a lot of attention over there. Roush stays put, and a big swing and miss there from Minzy on the off-speed pitch there from Leverton. Minzy 2 for 4 today with 5 RBIs. That one's to left. Making the catch is Nybauer. So 1 across for the Bobcats in the top half of the inning. But we will head to the bottom of the 8th with the RedHawks looking to tie the game at 7. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Welcome back to McKie Field at Hayden Park. We have a 7-6 ball game between the Ohio Bobcats and the Miami RedHawks. A pitching change for the Bobcats as the junior Eamon Horwedel has entered the game for Ohio. A controversial play in the top of the inning. A run scoring on a sac fly from second base. It appeared possibly that the runner had left second base early before he came around to score. The RedHawks appealed, and they decided that he did not. As the count now 0-1. Sort of a sidearm delivery here from Horwedel as Steven Krause, the first baseman, will deal with him first. And he puts that one on the ground towards the RedHawks dugout.
That's got to be really tough to hit as a right-handed batter. It looks like it's coming in from third base with Horwedel. Not throwing too hard, though.
0-2 the count to Kraus, and he goes down on 3 pitches. And that'll bring in Willie Escala, who really kick-started the rally in the bottom of the 7th inning. As Neibauer on deck. And then the top of the order after that. That one way outside from Horwedel. One-0 count to the shortstop Escala.
And Horwedel has got a 3.0 ERA through only 6 innings of work this year. He really hasn't seen much action.
Escala with a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Minzy. Escala 2 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. The count is 1-1. That one is popped foul and out of play towards third base. Eight hits on the day for the RedHawks, most coming in that bottom of the 7th rally where they netted 5 runs. And that one is too far outside for Escala. 2-2 now the count. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that one is fouled straight back to the backstop. That one on the ground to the right side. Baker handles it, gets it over to Horwedel, who was covering the bag. And there are 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring in Nick Neibauer. Neibauer 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a walk.
Looks like they got a pinch hitter on deck for Benji Brokman, surprisingly. J.J. Woolwine, the sophomore outfielder. You wonder after that collision at the plate and then that diving play in right field if Brokman possibly a little beaten up. Yeah, right. Certainly a lot of opportunities there for him to become slightly shaken up. And also the Steinweiting righty might just want the left-hand, right-hand matchup.
1-1 count after that called strike. Swing and a miss from Neibauer. 1-2 now with 2 down in the inning. RedHawks trail 7-6 here in the bottom of the 8th. Game 2 of this doubleheader, and that one is fouled back. RedHawks took game 1. Score of that game was 5-1. Both teams have been better offensively in this game. The payoff pitch is on the outside corner, and Neibauer will go down on called strikes for the 2nd time today. So the Bobcats will head to the top of the 9th with a 7-6 lead. RedHawks looking not to let any insurance come across the plate. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Welcome back to McKie Field at Hayden Park for Game 2 of this Battle of the Bricks doubleheader between the Ohio Bobcats and the Miami RedHawks. Ohio holds a 7-6 lead headed to the top of the 9th inning as Luke Leverton, the freshman, continues his strong outing in relief of the starter, Kenton Egbert, and a swing and a miss there to get the at-bat with Spencer Harbert started. And the count is 0-1. That one on the ground to the left side. Escala charges, throws over to first, and he is out. A nice play from the shortstop, Willie Escala, and there's one down quickly in the top of the 9th.
Leverton so far has been really, really excellent through 4 and 4 1/3 innings of work. He's been efficient. That was only his 52nd pitch of the afternoon, and he's only allowed 2 runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks.
That's going to bring in Alex Finney, the designated hitter for the Bobcats, who's 3 for 4 today. As that one is low and in the dirt. That one too far inside by Leverton. 2-0 the count now. 1 down in the inning. That one too far outside. So Leverton, for the first time really in this outing where we've seen him look overly rattled, as he's now fallen behind 3-0 in the count.
Finney 3 for 4 today. Would be interested to know if he has a green light here.
Doesn't matter because he gets hit with the pitch, and that's hit by pitch number 8 of this game. It's extremely odd that in a rivalry game there could be 8 hit by pitches and not a single argument between any of the players, it's really seemed.
Yeah, really, and not to mention Benji Brokebon just ran over their catcher like 2 innings ago. It's basically everything but bad blood present in this one, it seems.
The friendly rivalry apparently today here at McKie Field, as now Michael Richardson steps in. He fouls that one back. He, of course, had one of the highlights of the day in the first game with his inside the park home run, which was the only Ohio run of that game. 0-1 the count now. Leverton looks over and checks on Finney. That one's on the ground towards the RedHawk dugout. 0-2 now. Richardson 1 for 3 in game 2. Only 2 extra base hits apiece for either team today, both with a home run and both with a double. Still amounted to over 10 runs total for each team. That one up and out of the zone. A throwaway pitch there from Leverton, and it's 1-2. That one out of the zone. 2-2 now. 1 down in the top of the 9th inning. Bobcats leading 7-6. got him. Richardson goes down looking, and there are 2 down.
Number 50, Cale Baker.
And that'll bring in the first baseman, Cale Baker. 0 for 3 today with a couple of strikeouts. That one too far outside. One 0 count. Left field and deep. Cale Baker has left the yard. And the Miami RedHawk deficit is increased to 3.
And you had to feel like Cale Baker was due at some point. He's such a big guy. You can tell he's got a lot of power in that bat. He's been 0 for so far in this series. Well, that home run is a really big one. Gives the Bobcats 2 much-needed insurance runs, and honestly might put the dagger in this one a little bit.
And Leverton, who's had such a strong day on the mound in relief of the starter, Kenton Egbert. And he just got bit by the home run ball in the worst way. As it is now 9-6 Bobcats. And they're going to leave him in there to finish out this inning. That one is out of the zone for ball 1.
Once again, the RedHawks get 2 outs in an inning and then give up some runs. Just that third out has really haunted them today.
Nick Dolan now, who scored on that sac fly. And that one is on the ground through the hole for a base hit. Dolan will take the turn at first and give second a look, and he will retreat back to first. And so now the top of the order is back up to the plate with Isaiah Peterson now, who is 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs in this one.
No movement now in that RedHawk bullpen. Going to lean on Leverton to finish this one out, it looks like.
Interesting to see that they're not going to go with a lefty against Peterson to try and finish out this inning. They're going to let Leverton finish, as that one is on the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1 the count. Peterson at the plate. 1-1. Leverton will check on Dolan over at first. The pitch from Leverton is fouled down the third base line and out of play. 1-2 now with 2 down. Leverton gets the sign. Dolan leading off first. The 1-2. Outside corner again. And Peterson goes down for the second time today. So we will head to the bottom of the ninth. The 2-run home run from Cale Baker makes this a 9-6 ball game. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Welcome back to McKie Field at Hayden Park as the RedHawks trail by 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Top of the order coming up, J.J. Woolwine, a pinch hitter for the right fielder Benji Brokmond, as the RedHawks will need to put across at least 3 to keep their chances alive in Game 2 of the Battle of the Bricks doubleheader, as that one is too far outside to Woolwine. Eamon Horwedel in his 2nd inning of action, looking to close this thing out and secure at least a series split as Woolwine fouls that one back and out of play. One the count now to the sophomore right fielder. That pitch is not in the zone. It is 2-1 now. Seemed like maybe Luke Leverton was getting that call in the top half of the inning, but home plate umpire not giving it to the Bobcats here. Woolwine with a big swing and a miss. His helmet falling off of his head there. Didn't quite see that one the way he thought he did.
Yeah, really a beautiful swing there, though. If he had caught that one, I mean, no telling how far it would have gone.
2-2 now. Horwedel's pitch is lined through the hole and into right field for a base hit. So the RedHawks off to a good start in their quest for a comeback victory. And that's going to bring in Zach McDonald. 1 for 4 today with a couple of strikeouts. Had an extra base hit in Game 1 of this doubleheader, and that would be huge right now if he could somehow pull that off again. Tying run on deck in the form of Cole Andrews. Too far inside. 1-0 count now.
Good eye by McDonald. That one looked like it was pretty close.
Yeah, 77 miles an hour on the off-speed pitch there from Horwedel. Again, too far inside. Another good-looking pitch. Horwedel does not get the call, and it's 2-0. Big swing and a miss there from McDonald. 2-1. RedHawks being aggressive when they get ahead in the count. That ball too far inside, and it's a hitter's count, 3-1. Gotta imagine McDonald will have the green light here. That one catches the outside corner for a strike, and it's full now. Full count pitch coming from Eamon Horwedel. And it's low. And the tying run is now at the plate. And this is exactly who you want at the plate if you're the RedHawks in this situation. Cole Andrews, arguably the best power hitter in this RedHawk lineup.
You got David Novak rather, waiting in the hole too. I've already seen him go yard today.
He's almost had 2 home runs today. He had that one in the first game that nearly snuck inside the left field foul pole. And he got his revenge on the Bobcats and paid them back in Game 2 with the home run that actually tied this game at 6. And now Andrews will take strike 1. That one catches the outside corner. Andrews didn't like the call.
Even from up here, that one looked like it missed outside.
That's certainly what he was thinking, and with Andrews crowding the plate, you got to think maybe he had a little bit of an argument there.
Yeah. Yeah, really. If he's not swinging at it off the outside corner.
That one, again, on the outside corner, and he just got thrown out of the game. Bryce McCullough, the home plate umpire, just threw Cole Andrews out of the game.
Yeah, he did. Cole Andrews got struck out there and made a little mark with his bat in the turf. It doesn't work as well when you're playing on turf, but he made a little mark where he thought that ball was off the plate, and that's going to get you thrown out pretty much every time. I'm not really sure why he was surprised there to get thrown out.
Didn't really seem like he said much in order to frustrate the home plate umpire, but he will get tossed. And so now if the RedHawks are able to tie this game, they're going to have to look at a backup to take over at catcher, and are now without their best power hitter for the rest of the game. And now it's up to the freshman Parker Lester with 1 down and 2 men on to keep this RedHawk rally alive. That one's on the outside corner for a strike as well.
We're hearing a lot of grumbling from these RedHawk fans, but at some point, I mean, it's the bottom of the 9th. You got to realize he's going to call it, and you got to swing at that pitch.
Yeah. That one certainly looked closer than some of the ones that Cole Andrews saw.
Yeah.
Behind that pitch, it looked like from Lester. Looked like he wanted it, but couldn't quite pull the trigger in time, and it's 0-2. That one indisputably too far outside. 1-2 now the count. Catcher Mason Mincy not even attempting to try and keep that one over the plate. David Novak already with a home run in this game, waiting on deck with 2 men on. Lester pops that one, foul. Ranging over is the Bobcat infield, but it's out of play. Count remains 1-2. The freshman Parker Lester, with McDonald on first and Woolwine on second. That one too far outside again. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Couldn't time up the off-speed pitch, and the RedHawks are down to their final out.
Well, Novak homered back in the 7th. This is a guy you want up. One of the guys you want up.
And he puts that one deep to left field. It is gone. Nick Novak again. Excuse me, David Novak again. And we are tied.
What a clutch hit from David Novak, the freshman. Second home run of the game fifth RBI of the game, and this game is tied in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. In the 11th hour, the RedHawks tie it up.
The next RedHawks star being born in front of our very eyes as David Novak with a no-doubt home run to left field. Man, he's putting a beating on those dorms out beyond the left field wall.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody living in Markham Hall is probably on baseball watch right now. They've really been flying out over there.
As we are now looking like it's going to get a pitching change here for the Bobcats. As we will come back to you after the pitching change as the RedHawks have tied the game in the bottom of the ninth at 9. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Brett Manis, the senior left-hander, the pitcher on the mound for the Bobcats. Now he will face the Red Hawk lefty, Brian Zapp, who tattoos one foul down the right field line on the first pitch. So the last 2 pitches that Red Hawk batters have seen have traveled a decent amount of distance.
They're seeing the ball well right now, that's for sure.
23 combined hits, 18 combined runs in this one. It's been an amazing game. It's really picked up since the 6th or 7th inning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked like a blowout for the first 6 of this one. And
that one is lined down the right field line towards the Bobcat bullpen, but foul.
Another good swing there by Zapp. Gets a nice piece of that ball.
Man, the 7th and 9th innings for the RedHawks have been a totally different story than the other 7 innings that we've seen. Really struggling.
It's basically been a 2-inning game for them, honestly.
And really struggling to get anything going offensively other than these 2 huge innings that they've had. As Zapp is going to take strike 3, and we will head for extra innings here at McKie Field as the RedHawks, with 3 runs off the bat of David Novak, tie the game. Top of the 10th coming at you. Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Welcome back to extra inning action here from McKie Field at Hayden Park. Game 2 of the doubleheader between the Miami RedHawks and the Ohio Bobcats will see extra baseball and a pitching change for the Miami RedHawks, as we will see the freshman Patrick Maestrian IV come in relief of his freshman counterpart Luke Leverton. And we can see in warm-ups Maestrian, he's a hard-throwing right-hander.
Yeah, really dialing it up there. He's had a rough start to his college career so far through 17 2/3 innings pitched, a 9.17 ERA, 20 strikeouts, 14 walks, 3 home runs. So we'll look to settle it down a little bit here.
6 foot, 205-pound right-hander out of Indianapolis, Indiana. A lot of this Red Hawk freshman class has come from that Indianapolis area. As his first pitch is lined out to right field. J.J. Woolwine giving chase, and uh-oh, that one's going to the wall. Another diving attempt, and can he get it inside the Parker?
Waving him
He's
around.
going to head to third, and they're going to hold him up. It looked like there might be a chance for another one. A.J. Roush will have to settle for a 3-base hit. J.J. Woolwine sold out for that ball in right field and couldn't make the play. So now a runner in scoring position for the Bobcats in the top of the 10th inning. And that's going to bring up Colin Kasperbauer. That one is popped foul and out of play. Lined towards that Red Hawk bullpen, and it hits that side fence and juts out into left field. So 0-2 now the count to Kasperbauer.
That might have been one of the hardest hit balls we've seen all day.
And that was a bullet off the bat of Kasperbauer for sure. The senior third baseman. Infield on the edge of the grass for the Red Hawks, trying to cut down that runner at third. And Kasperbauer into the dugout. A screamer. Looks like everybody is okay.
Jeez.
He's got somebody over there he's trying to hit.
Yeah, what do they call that, an ugly finder?
Sounds about right. The count remains.
A lot of guys in that Red Hawk bullpen counting their blessings right now. That was nasty.
That one
Scary.
is hit out into center field. Looks to be deep enough. McDonald gets under it, and he's going to fire home to the plate, but it's not going to be in time as Roush is going to score the go-ahead run for the Bobcats.
Got to be frustrating for these Red Hawks. They keep putting up these big innings and then just a couple runs scored after that to kind of just nullify what they had done before.
10-9 the score now in favor of Ohio as Mason Minzy, who's made his mark on this game already, will step to the plate. We've seen 4 home run balls in this game. 2 from David Novak, 1 from Minzy, and 1 from Cale Baker, as that one is taken for a strike. Strike 2. 0-2 the count now. That one is fouled out of play down the third baseline. Count remains 0-2 to the catcher Minzy. That one way outside, a throwaway pitch from Maestrian. inside. Count even at 2-2 now. 81-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch out of the hand of Maestrin there. Swing and a miss from Minzy. 93 on the gun from Patrick Maestrin, and he sits Minzy down. And there are 2 down now in the top of the 10th. Spencer Harbert now will take his place in the right-handed batter's box. A power threat for the Bobcats. Maestrin pulled the string there, off speed at 74 miles an hour. Harbert was way out in front of that one. That one is too far outside from the freshman. Harbert playing left field today for the Bobcats. Has seen a couple home run balls go over his head today. That one in the dirt. New catcher in the game as well for the RedHawks after the ejection of Cole Andrews. It's Dalton Back, the sophomore. Andrews was ejected after arguing a called third strike in the bottom of the 9th inning. That one's on the outside corner for strike 2.
And at that point, it looked like it probably didn't really matter, but then David Novak hit a 3-run homer and tied it up.
Back has done a solid job so far in his short stint in this one. 2-2 pitch coming from the freshman Maestrin. On the ground to the second baseman, Zapp. Easy money for the second baseman. As we will head to the bottom of the 10th inning, RedHawks needing a run to tie things up. This is Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
Bottom of the 10th inning here from McKie Field at Hayden Park, as Steven Kraus now stepping to the plate for the RedHawks, down 1 run. Kraus held up on the appeal down to first base in the check swing, and it's 1-0. Bobcats with a triple in the top of the inning, and then drove in the tying or go-ahead run, on a sac fly. 2-0 now the count. Brett Manis remaining in the game for the Bobcats. That one fouled to the backstop. William Escala, 2 for 4 on the day, waiting on deck. Kraus 1 for 4 today with a strikeout. That one catches the inside corner for strike 2. That one is hit high into left center field, but playable as Harbert makes the catch, and that's 1 down. And the Bobcats are 2 outs away from securing at least a series split here in this 4-game set with the RedHawks. Willie Escala now will step to the plate, the switch hitter for the RedHawks. Nick Neibauer waiting on deck as Escala with a swing and a miss. 80-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch there from the lefty Brett Manis. .28 combined strikeouts for both of these teams today. Right field base hit, and the tying run is on base for the RedHawks. And now Nick Neibauer will come to the plate.
Really nice piece of hitting from Escala, I think is officially back on the horse now with a 3-hit day.
And that pushes him to 3 for 5. He's been key to the RedHawks' offensive attack today. He kick-started that rally in the bottom of the 7th inning, which tied the game at 6. As that one is taken up and in by Nick Neibauer for ball number 1. Too far out, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Right field base hit. Escala is around second. He's going to hold up there, so the tying run is now in scoring position with only 1 down.
And here we come back to the top of the lineup.
And now J.J. Woolwine, another RedHawks switch hitter, will step to the plate. He was 1 for 1 when he pinch hit for Benji Broekman. Zach McDonald, the freshman, on deck. So the tying run on second, winning run on first. Woolwine takes that one outside. Bobcats wary of the bunt. Cale Baker on the grass. Casper Bauer close to it, about even with the grass. And a foul tip. 1-1 now the count. That pitch is on the outside corner. And they are letting the home plate umpire hear it here at McKie Field.
Didn't look too bad to me, but
looked closer than some of the other pitches he's called. Some frustration boiling over in the bottom of the 10th here in such a close game, as Woolwine now will swing and miss, and the Bobcats are an out away, and it is all down to another freshman in Zach McDonald.
And these young guys have certainly come up big here today. That's the reason that we're still playing. Maybe Zach McDonald can be another.
Has the luck run out for the Miami freshman? Can they get one more stroke of luck here? It'll be Manis versus McDonald for the game. Tying run on second.
With a skull on first, an extra base hit wins this game.
That one is foul tipped into the glove. Runner's going to third, and he's going to make it easily. And the count is now 1-1.
Gutsy move. Steal third base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th.
And they weren't really holding him on at second, and he took advantage. A heads-up play there from Willie Escala. And now a pass ball could tie the game. Outside corner again. Manis painting the corner here in the bottom of the 10th. And the RedHawks are down to their final strike. The pitch is swung on and missed, and the Bobcats survive and take game 2 of this doubleheader. What a game here from McKie Field as the Bobcats win this one 10-9. The RedHawks drop their second game of this series. The Bobcats secure at least a series split with this victory.
And a pretty tough game there for the RedHawks, but a great game. They came back from big deficits, 5 runs in the 7th, 3 runs in the 9th to keep this game alive when it really should have been over. And although they might not have played the cleanest baseball game, they certainly showed that they have a lot of fight in these RedHawks.
Yeah, absolutely. A great game here from McKie Field as the Ohio Bobcats take game 2 of the doubleheader 10-9. This has been Addison Lenhart and Jack Schmelzinger here from McKie Field. This has been Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. Thanks to all who listened today.
No save opportunity. The loser, the RedHawks.